just a few housekeeping things. If you took some or borrowed some touchdown club arrangements from the trophy room.
Yes, it's
I
a
mean,
big,
not trophy
it's a
room.
big black and gold one. For my head table is missing. And some of the football arrangements are gone.
Are they the little things that, like the helmet looking
Yes,
things
but one
that
is a
go on
long
the
table arrangement that somebody's gotten.
When
Right
the
there.
last banquet? Check.
Softball.
Softball. I was there, but y'all didn't use, no, they didn't have nothing on the table. That's
Okay.
right. They were just a banquet.
Okay, bounce an email.
We had mason jars with peanuts.
Yeah, it was softballs in the buckets, that's right.
Okay, all right.
But
Thank you.
hopefully you can recover. Weather drill today, severe weather drill today. In the classrooms, you know, they go up under the desk. They were gonna have the news here, looking at our severe weather, so they may walk around. If you open the door, they may be taking pictures. So make sure your students are where they need to be. You know, most of the time they are, but you get one or two that just wanna sit.
We're setting up for science fair, so during class, we have to load up the buses and go to OFCC. So, and I know
What time are y'all leaving?
the second period is one of them, like at the beginning of class.
Okay, so if we push the severe weather drill back, y'all will be gone.
Yes, please.
What are y'all doing first period?
Oh, we're good first period. There's no honor classes first period.
What now?
We don't have honor classes first period,
Okay.
so they'll be good for
We
first
can
period.
push it back and do it first hour. What y'all want? First hour? First hour. First hour, yeah, good. First hour. Well, first of all, I gotta see when the news people get, because the news people will come and walk around. But stay away from second hours.
Oh, yes.
Okay. All right, you know, we got exams, walkthroughs. Please check your, walkthroughs and sign off on them.
Where are we doing that now? Are we doing this still?
SLDS, or SDLS, SLDS.
Infinite campus.
SLDS, and you'll see, it'll say Teakson, it's a Teakson Leaks tab.
They go to Infinite campus and get these.
They go through Infinite Campus.
Yeah, you go through Infinite Campus. Oh, let's see.
Of course, he always gets me at 3:20 on Friday. That was to get back at 3:20 every time. I don't care. We were doing our clothes and stuff. That's just, I guess it just gets out of that into the building last.
I don't know, I'm not sure.
All right, so you got your SLDS.
Here, it was like 2 hours,
All right, the Infinite Campus.
almost 3.
Click on it. And it's right there. Teach tab right there. Yes, ma'am?
When they do the district walkthroughs, does they go on there?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
But once they give us the, once they finish the information, I'll share that with y'all. And for me, I go to this drop down, of course, because I have everybody. And I hit right here. But you have to do it through SLDS. They did away with that platform. Did away with that TL platform. But I don't think that they give emails. And before we discovered that, we had completed some walkthroughs, but when I checked yesterday, they still not signed off. So please go in there, and any walkthroughs you see, go ahead and sign off on them. We'll be out and about this week, and probably next week finishing up, because we gotta get some formatives in. But ones that have not, if you hadn't signed off on them, go in there and look, and then just sign off on them. We got about 4 of you all that have not signed off on your self-assessments and let me see what they call it.
Orientation.
All right, it's the self-assessments and peer evaluations. It should be green. If it's yellow and you have not signed off on it, or you have not started it, okay, there should be no reason why it shouldn't be started. It may not be signed off. I had to go in there and do my part. I did my part. You just have to go in there and sign off on it. So it should be green. That's going to be, that's where your, I don't know if y'all's look like this, but that's where your walkthroughs are under there. And that's always in progress. So please check, make sure you sign up. It's only a handful. It's only about 4 of y'all, and I'll shoot you a quick email and let you know who you are. But most of y'all have. So don't check that unless I shoot you an email. And then, but go ahead and check your walkthroughs so we can make sure that we have those. And what I told the administrative staff is is for them to, when they complete your walkthrough, shoot you an email. So I did one on Ms. Miller and Coach English and Mr. Martin and Ms. McCaskill yesterday. They're in there if y'all go and sign off on it, okay? So I'll shoot you an email. All right, this is our, I want to share our school data with you. This is the data that I have to present during the improvement plan meeting with Dr. Hinton and members of the Board of Education, or members of the board, like Amy Vickers and Audra and all them who's on her committee that comes around. This is the sheet. Remember, it came out a couple of years ago, and y'all were supposed to do it and feed it back, but then I decided to do it. So it would be one less thing that y'all have to do among the many things that you already do. But this is our first, when we did our reading inventory, here's the number of students that's, here's your below basics, the numbers of students, and then of course the percentages. Of course, these are our enrollments in the classes, and then here's our basic, here's our proficient, and here's our advanced. So we always want these numbers to be higher than these numbers, y'all know that, okay? So that's our reading inventory. I know we'll be in the process of popping another one in there. And I know some asked for reports. I think we can get reports from Amy. If you want reports of your kids, we can get that from Ms. Brantley. The math inventory, we've done the first one. I've got to get with Ms. Watts and make sure that she's got that information out to the math department, and then we'll plug that in there. We're just doing it with the 9th graders, okay, to see where we are. Incidentally, I really appreciate the way y'all are still doing your reading strategies. I went in social study was that reading day yesterday? I went in there and they were getting after it. So I just want to tell y'all how much I appreciate that. They were doing a very good job of, which I know all of you all are, but you know, it's always refreshing when we have a plan in place and you can walk in and the plan is being operational. That's always very refreshing because I'm always bragging about it. People are always wondering what we're doing. And when I say, okay, we got a reading day, you never know, Doc or one of the district people may say, well, let's go look at your reading day. And it's always great when you can walk in there and the reading day is going on. Same thing with when y'all do your hawk time, same thing when you do your closings. Same thing it is when on Thursday do a plan and we have debriefings. Because in meetings, I'm always talking about it. People are always inquiring about how we do it. All in learning and stuff like that. I get emails from All in Learning all the time about wanting to use our data to show how we're using All in Learning. Because they monitor that as well. You know, the All in Learning people monitor that as well. So thank you every one of y'all for just doing what you're supposed to do, and being where you're supposed to be, and you know, and just to give you an example, we had our, you can just turn this off. No, let it run, because the other people need to hear it. But we had our lunchroom inspection yesterday from the state. And Normally, with that lunchroom inspection, our lunch, the whole county cafeteria incorporation always does very, very good. And I think last year, our county was like one of the only counties that got like everything, right. Okay, we got vending machines, right? Y'all remember several years ago during the Obama administration, Michelle Obama took on obesity. And at that time, a lot of things changed in the cafeteria, the menus changed, what you can eat and all that. I know y'all remember that. Well, so did the vending machines. So in the vending machines, you have to have a book. Things change, like when you can sell donuts and you can't give it to them till after school and all. That's all part of that federal initiative that was sent out. So you have your vending machines. So when you have your vending machines, you have to have a book that has everything in the vending machines with the calories and all of that stuff. So when the people come in, you give them that book, they look at the book, match it to your machines, and make sure that your machines are in compliance, okay? Where I'm going with this is why it's very important and how much I appreciate everything. This wasn't even on my agenda this morning, but I appreciate everybody doing what they were supposed to do, because when I went in social studies and they were all doing their reading strategies, well, what happens, you got everything that's going well in the cafeteria, but when the ladies go to the vending machine at 6:45 in the morning, there's a product in there that wasn't supposed to be in there. So you get a finding because somebody in the vending company wasn't doing what they were supposed to do, wasn't doing what they were supposed to be doing. Knew 3 days in advance that the people were coming, but didn't know that the ladies were gonna check the machine at 6:45 in the morning. So they checked the machines at 6:45 in the morning. There was a product in there that it wasn't supposed to be in there. Well, the ladies, these people are experienced people. They took a picture of the product. Well, about 9 o'clock, when Ms. Yonchek come over and they sent it to the machine, well, the company then came in and switched out the product. Okay? So they done switched out the product. So when Ms. Yonchek go over there, well, the product is, what are y'all talking about? Well, they done flashed in here and switched out the product. But the ladies, with their experience, took a picture at 6:45 in the morning. So my point is, they should have been on their game, because these people showed up at 6:45 in the morning, and if they'd have been doing what they were supposed to be doing as business as usual, then it wouldn't have been an issue. So now, everything goes well on all the things that we have control over, and then because the vending company not doing what they supposed to do, you get a fine. To me, that's ridiculous. So of course, that's something that I have to answer when this final report comes in. Then I got to go and ask, why do you have a freaking fruit roll-up in the vending machine? Now, who has time to check the vending machine? Right? So then what do? You call the vending company. So if y'all see vending machines disappear for a little while, then just wait, because we got another company on its way. Because to me, that is completely ridiculous, especially when you tell them 3 days ahead of time that the people are coming. So that means our account is not that important. That's what it says to me. Because if it's me and the account is important, me as the owner of that company, I'm coming down there and I'm matching the books and I'm making sure that everything is. So if y'all see the machines leave for a little while, then you know that's why. Anyway. But thank you all. That's why I told that story. Because people will show up at any time. And if it says, on this day we're doing park time, that's why it's so important to be on the schedule. Because people can walk in at any time. Severe weather, news people call, we want to come and take pictures doing y'all severe weather drill. Well, to me, the way we do business, she could have just showed up, and I feel confident enough that we could have just walked through, open doors, and take pictures. Same thing with the superintendent. You know, I think before me, it was a code the eagle has landed when the superintendent came in the building. I tell the superintendent, she can come in any door she want to, and ain't no eagle landed, because this is just the way we do business every day. And she'll pop her head in there and say, I'm walking to your classes. I'm like, yes, ma'am. If you need me, I'll be out and about. And y'all know when she's walking around, and this just shows you how much confidence I have in you all. When she's walking around, y'all never see me with her. Y'all never see me walking behind her, walking in there trying to see what's going on. I just say, all right, Doc, well, if you need me, when you get through, call me. So thank you all very much for what you do and what you do for these students, and I really do appreciate y'all. Y'all have a great day.
Real quick,